Hello, hello, my beautiful people. How you all doing today? I hope you're doing awesome. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Education is Key TV channel. I hope we're gonna have a wonderful time today. For those of you who have already subscribed to this channel, I want to say thank you for your patronage. I want to say a big, very thank you to you all for subscribing to this channel, this educative and informative channel on basic financial knowledge. Is great to be back once again with you, my people. And I just want to encourage all of you that you are still out there, you are still thinking, or probably you have not taken time to watch our previous video clips. I'm just encouraging you, watch the video clips, make your comments, like, press that subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, encourage us so that you can also also click the notification button so that at every point in time where we upload our videos or we come online live, you will be the first to partake in this informative session. So I just want to welcome you all, wherever you are watching me from, in all over the world. I want to welcome you. And just like I've been sharing for quite some time in my previous clips, I made mention that this TV channel is dedicated to provide financial education. And in my previous clips, I also made mention about the need for us all to, to have a solid financial foundation. Just like we are building a house. When we are building a house, we always want to start, we do start from the foundation. And I made you to understand that the kind of foundation that you have, how solid your foundation is what will determine how your structure, your building is going to stand the test of time when storms arise, when difficulties, when different weather come. So, building a solid financial foundation is the key when we are talking about financial education. We need to have a better understanding and we need to build it right. And when we are building it, we need to build it from the foundation. And when I talk about foundation, I'm talking about proper protection. And when I talk about protection, I'm talking about insurance. We all need to do our own insurance. We need to protect our family for any unforeseen circumstances. And I also made mention in my video clips, that there's need for us to always set aside 3 to 6 months of our income. And the reason for doing this is to set aside an emergency fund so that we can use it to take care of any sudden and unexpected changes. It could happen to it could be our job, maybe loss of job, or our business, or maybe we just, God forbid, we get ourselves involved in an accident, or our car just broke down and there's need for us to repair it. But if we have a fund set aside, it will be easy for us to deal with any sudden occurrence in our life. And also, I made mention about investment. There's need for us to save so that we can invest for the long time, for the long run. All these tasks will not be done as soon as possible, but we can always take it from take a baby step. And as we are doing that, we're going to get to where we want to be when it comes to our financial life. So, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Education is key. For some of you that have yet to subscribe to this channel, I'm encouraging you to do so right now. I mean, just press that button. It won't take you time. It won't cost you anything. It's just free. I mean, press that button, subscribe to our channel, like our channel, comment, and help us to share this information, because everybody needs financial education. Everybody needs financial education. So I encourage you to sit back and relax so that we can go into the business of today. So today we'll be looking at understanding how money works. What did I say? Understanding how money works. And when we're talking about money, there's no how we're not going to make reference to wealth. Wealth. And I'm going to share with you today the formula for wealth. But before then, I want you to all know that money doesn't grow on trees. We work for money. We got to work for that money. If we truly want to build wealth, there is need for you and I to understand the wealth formula. Wealth formula, I repeat. And when we're talking about wealth formula, there is no how we will not make mention of money. Money, time, and the rate of return, plus or minus rate of return. You need to take cognizance of that. And at the same time, we also need to factor in inflation. Inflation, because inflation also play a major role, when we want to build wealth. And don't forget tax. Tax. And for people living in the part of the world where I find myself in North America, everything about us here is tax. When you make money, you will be taxed. When you spend money, you will be taxed. When you die, you will be taxed. Everything is all taxed here in North America. And when we minus all this, you can be right. I mean, whatever that is left is what we call wealth. So I will repeat those five key elements that we need to put into consideration when we want to build wealth. We talk about money, plus time, plus or minus rate of return, and also the inflation, and also tax. These are the way we can build wealth. And I want to take you now to money. Let's talk about money. Where is the money? You all agree with me that a lot of people do have money problem. Most often, people are always short of funds. And I'm going to give you a quote for one of our great investors of our time, Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett advises that don't save what is left after spending. I will repeat, don't save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving. For those of you that did not get that, I will repeat again what one of the great investors of our time says. This is the advice Warren Buffett gave. He said that don't save what is left after spending, but rather spend what is left after saving. I mean, that is a very good, a very key word, and I believe is a key message that every one of us need to put into consideration. Many a time when we receive our salary, instead of us to cultivate the habit of setting aside a certain amount of money, a percentage from our hard-earned income, so that we can put it aside to take care of ourselves, of our family, of foreseen circumstances that we later come up. But money, many a time people just feel that, oh, I'm going to save. But when are you doing that saving? Is it before you start spending? Or after you have spent your money? That is when you now begin to consider saving. My friends, I can tell you, you just continue dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. If you are unable to take the necessary step from the onset, you know, probably one will not be able to do that. One will not be able to do the saving. So I will also want to give you one principle that we also need to take very serious, you know, because I talk about savings, spending habits, There's one key thing that we also need to take into consideration, which is pay yourself first. How many of you are paying yourself first? And when I talk paying yourself first, is what is the percentage of your earning are you putting aside to take care of any unforeseen circumstances or any emergency situation? Are you setting 5 to 10% of your income? Are you saving it? Are you saving? Because are you saving towards your future? And if possible, can you save 15% of that income? And I will tell you the reason why you need to do so. You need to treat yourself. Treat it like a bill that you need to pay whenever you receive your earning. And consider your family as the first bill that you need to pay. That's what I'm trying to say, that you need to pay yourself first. Not those cable bills or other bills. Make your family the center of priority. Make your family the bill that you need to pay first. And as you are doing that, you are preparing a better future for yourself and for your family. I believe you're following me. So also, I want you also to put another thing into consideration. Buy only what you need. Buy only what you need. Many a time people just want to flow with the system. They want to do copycats, They want to live above their means. They want to follow their social media friends, their networks of friends. They just want to belong. And by so doing, they get themselves entangled in some financial trouble. So what I'm saying in essence is that only buy what you need. Spending money is a way of life for some people. Not even for some people, for so many people. People like spending, shopping become an habit. Things that they don't even need. They just want to buy it. By so doing, many have become addicted to spending. Many a time, people always look for bargain, sales, most especially in this part of the world that we find ourselves. People, they know well when Walmart is doing sales. They know when Costco, all these big malls, they know when they are doing sales. And they always want to just go there and pick one thing or the other. And they will be thinking they are saving money, they are cutting costs. Not realizing that they are just putting themselves on an uncomfortable situation financially. People can head up buying things they don't even need. And I will cite an example. Sometimes I can remember some few weeks ago. No, not even some few weeks ago, some few months ago, when things are still, bubbling, everybody can still go to the shopping mall, do all sorts of things. And I begin to see people coming to the customer service. with a whole lot of stuff, clothing, and the likes, and they are bringing it back to return and get refund. And I begin to wonder, are they sleeping when they are just picking all these items? And I will tell you, probably the time they are picking all those items, it's just because they see it on sales. But that is not necessarily what they need. They just feel that, oh, because sales is going on, everybody's grabbing this, everybody's grabbing that, and they too, they want to flow with the system. And later on, they realize that, oh man, do I really need this? And they have to come back and begin to return. But you need to also put into consideration the time you are using to return those items. That time you should have used it to a more rewarding things, a more rewarding, generating income. You could have spent, because we are made to understand that time is money. And many a time you see people, they just need that shoe. Do they really need that shoe? Do they really need that shoe? Is it an essential or just a desire? And you all agree with me also. Many a time people just have a kind of a mindset, they already prepare in their mind what they want to get. It's like going to a showroom. You already have a mindset that you want to go in there and get a Toyota car. But you realize that people come out, they drive home with a Lexus. And when you compare the price of a Toyota and that of Lexus, you realize that they are not in the same category. At the end, people end up in financial trap. So, I want you to know that a small changes can make you to have a big money, a big savings. We just have to reduce our spending habits. Let's cultivate the habit of saving. And when I talk about a small change can make a big impact. Take, for example, you are saving $10 in a day. $10. I don't know what your note in wherever part of the world that you are looking at me, you are watching me from is. But here in North America, where I found myself, we spend dollar. Take, for example, putting $10 per day aside for 30 days. For 30 days, that's $300 in a month. $300 in a month. And if you are if you are investing that $300 monthly in an investment that is generating 8% annually for you, and let's take, for example, you save that money for 30 years at 8% rate of return. From the calculation, you will be getting $447,107. I will repeat, $1,700 per month at a rate of return of 8% for 30 years. You will be expecting to get close to $500,000. Let's just make it roughly $450,000. And if you now try to increase that $300 to, let's say, $600 at the same 8% rate of return for 30 years, the amount that you'll be getting is almost close to $900,000, which you can use it for your retirement. This is a sizable amount. This is a sizable amount that you can use towards your retirement. I don't know your retirement age. I don't know what age you have set aside for your retirement. But if you start to cultivate that habit of saving, I mean, cut down some of the excess. And when I'm talking about excesses, some areas where your money are going. I mean, look at the kind of lifestyle you are living. Are you a kind of person that has always been fond in living in luxury? If you are living in luxury and yet you want to live a better tomorrow, you want to live in a better world in the future, it's better you begin to cultivate the habit of saving and cut down all those excesses. I don't know what you like most. Is it soda that you cannot afford to drink a soda per day? Or are you a kind of person that is so addicted to all this coffee, bottled waters, that you don't want to take water from your tap? You always prefer bottled waters, things like that. When you know that there are some other alternative that can save you cost. I mean, there's need for you to begin to do an examination of your spending habits and begin to cut down things that you need to cut down. Maybe you'll be paying for cable TV. You pay a lot of money. I could remember back then when I was using a particular network cable, and they keep increasing. And you get to a point in time, and I have to sit down and reflect that, look at this amount I'm paying. Why can't I just get an iDrop box, which I can just pay a one-off? And then I can be watching all these channels, even though some of them might not be live stream. But at least I'm still able to watch this channel at a more affordable cost for me, and thereby giving me an enablement, a power to begin to put some money aside for my family and for my future. If you are a kind of person that you like a fancy car, what is the essence of a car? A car is is to move you from one location to another, to make your life a little bit okay for you. You know? So look at that, the function of a car. Is it until you buy a Lexus, a Lamborghini? I'm not saying Lamborghini, all these luxury cars are not good. If you have the money, why not? Spend it, flaunt it, you know? But if you know that you are a struggling type, don't copy. Don't see yourself as somebody that want to be like the other person. Just live within your means. And if you are a kind of person that always want to go outside and eat, I will encourage you, go to the supermarket, buy your food stuff, come back home and begin to cook it. It's not what you earn that counts. I'll repeat, it's not what you earn that counts, but what you are able to keep. Keep in the sense that what you are able to save. I will tell you this, if you don't know. A common characteristics among wealthy people is that they are very conscientious about their spending. Wealthy people don't just spend anyhow. They think before they spend, and they watch. They look at that investment before they did their own due diligence before they put their money into it. So we need to be wise. I know the task will not be easy, but at the same time, if we are able to discipline ourselves, I can tell you, your tomorrow your future. And my future will be bright. I hope you are enjoying me. For some people that are just joining us here on this platform, if you are yet to subscribe, I'm encouraging you to subscribe to this channel because this is where you will be getting educative information that pertain to building a financial foundation. So, like this channel, comment, help to share so that people can, all parts of the world, they can take advantage of this information that will be coming out of this channel. And also, I want you also to press that bell button. The reason why you need to press that bell button is so that at any point in time we are uploading our video or we come online live, you will be the first to be notified because we don't want you to be left out. We don't want you, any of our friends, our subscribers, we don't want you to miss any information that will be dishing out on this platform. So, like I was saying, I've been talking about building wealth. Building wealth, and I've gave some formula. I've talked about money. So the next thing that we'll be looking in building wealth is time. Time. Like the adage goes, they say time is money. Nobody wants to waste their time. Nobody wants to waste their time. And at the same time, nobody wants people to waste their time. Because time is money and time is of essence. We've been talking about building wealth, building a solid financial foundation, and we'll be talking about cultivating the habit of saving. Cultivating the habit of saving. And that saving has to start now. That savings have to start now. You just have to discipline yourself. You have to do away with some certain things that you are addicted to. If you truly want to build a better future for yourself and for your family. So let's take a look at the example of some things. Many a time people just procrastinate. Oh, I will do it tomorrow. I will do it next tomorrow. Folks, procrastination is the enemy of saving. What did I say? Procrastination is the enemy of saving. And that is the reason why you need to do it now, not tomorrow. And I'm just going to give you this three letter, TNT. Today, not tomorrow. What did I say? TNT. Today, not tomorrow. Start saving now so that you can enjoy a better tomorrow. Many a time people just feel though, I'm young. I don't think I have a lot to save. What am I saving for? But before you know it, sooner than expected, they get married, they have kids, they buy their first home. And in this part of the world that we find ourselves, that everything is all about credit system, credit facility here and there. And the moment you get your first home, you know that you need to start paying for mortgage. And not only the mortgage that you'll be paying for, you'll be paying for your utilities, property tax, and for some that have a condo, you'll be paying condo fees. I mean, these are expenses that you just have to deal with. And before you know it, money now become tight for people. Even to even take 5% out of their earning to put aside for saving, it becomes very difficult. And that is why people will now begin to, find themselves in a financial trap. And that's more reason why I'm coming on this platform to just want to encourage you. Take the advantage now. I know the task might not be easy, but you just have to be determined. You just have to be determined. Because before you know it, you start giving birth, your children will want to go to school, and before you know it, all these things will be costing money. And for you to even begin to take money and put money aside for saving, it becomes very difficult. And that is why I'm encouraging you now, today, not tomorrow, TNT. Don't wait till tomorrow before you start putting some money, before you start putting some money aside so that you can have a better tomorrow. Don't just say because you are young or probably you don't have much liability. Don't look at it that way. Just do what you need to do. Don't wait. Start saving. Don't look at what you are earning at this moment. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm not earning much. How can I put 5% or 10% aside out of this meager salary that I'm getting?" But friends, I will tell you, if you cannot set a certain percentage out of the little that you are earning now, I can guarantee you by the time you start earning big, it will be very difficult for you to even put anything aside because you have not cultivated that habit from the onset. So I'm encouraging you, whatever the amount, just keep putting aside. As you are doing that, you are accumulating a significant asset today. You are accumulating a significant asset today. And also, avoid that mentality of getting rich quick. What did I say? Avoid that mentality of getting rich quick. You know what? Get rich slowly. And I believe this is where I'm going to draw uh, the, the discussion of today. And like I have promised, as time progresses, we will continue educating ourselves on basic financial concepts, which I believe we all need at this crucial time. Because a solid foundation takes time to build. Tree does not grow big overnight. I repeat, trees does not grow big overnight. It takes time. It takes time. It takes time. So avoid that get rich quick mentality. Avoid it. Don't just say people are saying, "Oh, if I put $100,000 here into this investment or into this, I'm going to get 200,000 by next week." Don't let anybody deceive you. Okay? All stock and rising real estate market can sound appealing. Things like that can sound appealing. That, oh, there's this condo that, okay, if I put my money into it in the next couple of 6 months, I will get double. You have to be very careful. You have to look before you leap. It's not everything that is glitter that is gold. We just have to be. Don't just don't just go and pick wrongly. Don't just go and put yourself in things that in a short while it will boomerang. You know? And avoid such an investment of gambling. Because this, I see all this as a kind of the investment that is a gambling. So avoid all those investment that is gambling. That's there's no guarantee, there's no sure, or because somebody said this, somebody said that, and as a result of that, you yourself just want to put your neck into it. My friends, you can get burnt. Your head can get burnt. I will encourage you. Don't do that. Don't have that mentality of get rich quickly. Tree does not grow big overnight. It takes time. You need to understand how money works. You need to understand how money works. You need to have a plan and at the same time stay disciplined with your action plan until you reach your goal. So I'm going to draw the curtain here today, and I believe you have all learned one or two lessons here. And I'm telling you, as time progresses, I will be coming up with different information that pertain to financial education, that pertain to life in general. And I will want to say this: if some of the things that I will be sharing on this platform, you are interested in getting to know more about it, you can always leave your comments. You can always reach out to me directly, and I will provide more in-depth knowledge. And if there you one way or the other you find some product that you are not too sure about and you want more knowledge, and probably you also want to get all these financial and insurance services products, you can always call on me. And I want to say, yeah, I'm duly licensed in 5 provinces in Canada, and I can help when it comes to insurance, when it comes to financial products. I can also help, and I will educate you all. So you can always reach out to me, and I believe we're going to be here for long. So thank you, my viewers, for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to me today. I believe you have learned one or two things. So I want you all to leave your comments, like this channel, subscribe to this channel, share among your networks of friends and your family. So till I see you next time, I remain your host, Kingsley Ojumola, the creator of Education is Key. So bye for now. God bless.